Hello, why the Giants will beat the Cowboys, why they won't, and a prediction. The second year of Brian Daboll's diet begins under the lights of Sunday evening. How will the Giants react? Happy game day, New York Giants fans. After months of waiting to see how the 2023 edition of the Giants roster will play out, we now have answers regarding who will line up where for the team. But what we'll soon know is whether this collection of talent, which on paper is much better than the first team assembled by general manager Joe Schoen and head coach Brian Daboll, is better equipped to take on the best teams they will face their schedule this season. What better test for the Giants than facing the Dallas Cowboys? The Giants, 23-31-1 on Sunday Night Football, are looking for their second straight opening day victory since 2009-10. Games against the Cowboys are always electric, and this one doesn't seem to be any different. The Giants, facing the Cowboys for the 14th time on Sunday Night Football, have not beaten a Dak Prescott-led Cowboys team since 2016. If they do, they will also play the regular season series against Dallas at MetLife Stadium, where the Cowboys currently hold the advantage, 7-6. Which team will emerge victorious? Continue reading. Why the Giants will win. I'm going to give you a key game on either side of the ball that I consider potentially in favor of the Giants. The first is the Giants' run game against the Cowboys' run defense. Last year, the Cowboys finished 22nd against the rush, giving up an average of 129.3 rushing yards per game. And although it's a brand new year, one could argue that the Cowboys haven't done much to improve their run defense, but instead put their resources on the back end of the defense. This is an advantage for the Giants. If they can get Saquon Barkley going and integrate a few running plays designed by quarterback Daniel Jones, the Giants can buy some time. That would keep Dallas offense off the field and potentially fatigue the Cowboys defense on a day when temperatures could reach 78 degrees. For what it's worth, Barkley had two 100-yard rushing performances against Dallas, the last being in 2019. Last year, the Giants finished 11th with an average time of possession of 30:13. If they can pick up where they left off, it could be a long, drawn-out night for their visitors. The second match I like. The Giants' red zone defense versus the Cowboys' red zone offense. Dallas led the league last season in scoring in the red zone in 2022, with a 71.43% completion rate once inside the opponent's 20-yard line and a completion rate a whopping 85% in goal-to-score situations. The Giants' defense was no slouch when defending the red zone. New York finished 5th, allowing their opponents to score 49.21% of the time. But when it came to goals remaining, the Giants were tied for 12th, allowing their opponents to score 69.23% of the time. That said, the Giants have strengthened their defense from front to back this year to better resist speed and power. If they continue to be spoilers in the red zone and on goal-scoring situations, the game could end much closer than expected and in favor of the Giants. Why the Giants will lose. Many people's main concern regarding the Giants' chances is the offensive line. Last year, the Cowboys didn't blitz as much, 25.6%, as the league-leading Giants, 39.7%, but the Cowboys managed to have better production when they did so, putting pressure on 25.6% of the time versus the Giants' 24.3%. In particular, the Giants need right tackle Evan Neal to be much better than he was last year in his only game against the Cowboys when he, according to Pro Football Focus, gave up 5 pressures and 3 sacks in 54 pass blocks. To be fair, he was playing on the right side last year after playing left tackle his senior year in college at Alabama. He also dealt with a knee issue that probably messed with his technique a little more than he'd like to admit. But he has sought to correct other flaws in his game, including issues with balance and reaching his benchmarks, for the year ahead. But it's not all up to Neal. The Giants' offensive line struggled last year to redo waterfalls. They have a rookie center in the person of John Michael Schmitz. And while there's plenty of optimism about what Schmitz brings to the table, expect Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn to try to light this young man's hair on fire with his creativity. The other problem with this game? The Giants will likely have two rookie cornerbacks, Deonte Banks and Trey Hawkins III, who will play quite well in this game. They are also expected to move Adoree Jackson into the slot to deal with Cowboys receiver CeeDee Lamb. Jackson is no stranger to playing snaps in the slot, having done so on 228 snaps during his career with the Titans, where he allowed 32 of 48 pass targets to be completed for 535 yards and 2 touchdowns during this period. The Giants apparently believe that Jackson, in certain situations, can give them a competitive advantage in the slot against an opponent's no-1 receiver, and this summer he looked good playing that role. Will it continue, however, against other competitors? Prediction: I haven't even mentioned the fact that the Giants' pass rush, outside linebackers Azeez Ojulari and Kayvon Thibodeaux, defensive linemen Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams, and situational passer Isaiah Simmons, is going to face an offensive attack from the broken-down Cowboys line, whose left tackle, Tyron Smith, and left guard, Tyler Smith, have been ill all week. Tyler Smith is listed as questionable for the game. I also didn't mention that Cowboys safety Donovan Wilson, calf, is questionable, and Malik Hooker was just added to the injury report as questionable due to illness. That being said, I don't expect a shootout, but I think it will be close if the Giants start their 2023 campaign on the right foot. Giants 27, Cowboys 24. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel.